come up with this stuff? Huh! What are you doing sneaking up on people? Not that I didn't see that coming from a mile away, because, I see things coming, like clues. That's why they call me Find It Freddy. You got a clue? I will find it. And clues are the building block to solving a mystery. If I find enough clues, I can solve any case, no matter how difficult it is. Like this one, the case of the mysterious motives. I gotta figure out why God did what he did. But what did he do? To solve this one, we have to go back further than we ever have before. Back to before there was even a heaven or an earth. That's back before even my dad was born. All that was around was God. And Jesus was with God since Jesus is God. And they've always been around, see? And they created everything. Insects, trees, oceans, solar systems, pizza. Man, I appreciate that one. I'm not gonna name it all, just know they created everything. And they created humans to watch over Earth, see? Things were great for a bit. Humans and God spending a lot of time together, and things were perfect on Earth. Till these humans disobeyed God. This is called sin. You probably heard of it. It's no good. They couldn't really hang out with God anymore, be in his presence. And sin is the reason all things, including humans, still aren't perfect today. Here's what I don't understand. God made a plan to send a savior so we wouldn't have to be punished for our sin. And also so we could get back in God's presence one day. Why would he do that? Moving on. So a lot of years go by and God gives us another clue about who the Savior is coming to save us from sin. He says that the Savior would be born through a part of the family called the tribe of Judah. But at a certain point in history, things weren't looking good for this tribe of Judah. They were surrounded on all sides by their enemies, and it didn't seem like they were going to survive. And if they didn't survive, how could a Savior be born from their tribe? But God wasn't done, see? He sent this guy named Isaiah with a message. Now, Isaiah was a prophet. That means God used him to share God's message. And what was the message? He told the people that the Savior would come from the family line of Jesse. And who was Jesse? He was a guy from the tribe of Judah. Isaiah called the coming Savior a branch that would grow from the root of Jesse's family. That's where that tree clue comes in. He goes on to say, even if the tree gets cut down, this branch could grow again. And when our Savior shows up, the whole world is going to change. It's going to be safe at last. All right, so now we go forward in the story to about 700 years later. There's a baby born. He's from the tribe of Judah. It's the great, skip a few greats, great-grandson of Jesse. That's right, this kid is the branch that God promised. And the baby's name is, you guessed it, Jesus. And he's the reason we celebrate Christmas, which I appreciate just as much as the pizza. This is where the last clue comes in. A heart. But what does it mean? We're celebrating Christmas here, not Valentine's Day. The question I keep coming back to is, why would God give us such a big gift? Jesus was with God from before the earth was even around. God had to have loved him very much. And he just sent him to us to save us? Wait, if he gave us Jesus, who he loved very much, it must be because he loves us too. Of course, back in Isaiah's time, God encouraged his people with the promise of Jesus because he loved them. And then he sent Jesus just like he promised, because he loved them, just like he loves us now. And we know that there will be a day when Jesus will come back because God promised it. And God keeps his promises because he loves us. That all adds up to this. God loved us by sending Jesus. Whew! Another case closed. But just because the mystery is solved doesn't mean the story is over. Remember, God's love goes on and on and on. Hey, somebody get me a pizza in here. Thank you.